Hi, I'm Mike Canverger with Tricky Fast Studios. Today I'm going to show you how to use asset bundles in Cat Game Builder. By the end of this video, you should be able to create asset bundles with various prefabs or scenes in them, build them, and then use them in your game. Now, if you don't know what an asset bundle is, it's basically a collection of Unity assets that can be streamed into your game after it's running. So if you have like DLC, or if you have an online game that's getting constant content updates, you'd be doing that with an asset bundle. It also can be useful for mobile games where you don't want to have all the content included in the main download from the App Store. So to start off, we're going to want to add the asset bundle service. You can do that through the services menu. Now let's take a look over here. There's a couple of options. So we can select an asset bundle downloader. And there's actually two of those that are already defined. There's local and web. So let's use local for now. So if we select that, we can look at the options there. So this will basically just load the assets from a path that's set up already. This is great for testing your game, basically just getting set up with the service. Let's actually take a look at this web bundle downloader. So that one takes a URL. So you give it a base URL, and then it generates on top of that a URL for any asset bundles that you want to download. So there is, if you notice, these this local bundle downloader and web bundle downloader are in this example folder. So there is an existing example for using asset bundles. In fact, let's take a look at it now. So we do have the asset bundle service. We have an asset bundle loader state machine here, just a regular state machine. First thing it does is it loads our example bundle, and then it's going to spawn this cat image thing from the example bundle. So we'll go over this in more detail in a minute, but there's a new type of target for targets called asset bundle, and that gives you the bundle name, which we only have one, and then the prefab within the bundle. So if we give this a try, it's just going to spawn a cat prefab that just says cat, sort of like that. So how does that work? So we have this cat image here. That's just an image that has the cat from the cat logo. And we've made it into a prefab. And when you select the prefab, if you notice down the bottom, you can set what asset bundle it's part of. In this case, we have it set to example bundle. You can also create a new one from here. You can also set some options for what type, whether it's like high res or low res. And then once you do that, you can go under cat, assets, build asset bundles for current platform. So this is finding all the asset bundles that you've defined, pulling in all the assets, and then spitting out an asset bundle file. All right, now that's finished. We can come over here. This is the streaming assets folder. So it's created this example bundle file, the manifest file for it, and that's really, it also updated the streaming assets manifest. So once again, we can hit play, and it's just going to show that cat logo. So let's do something a little bit more involved here. Let's open up an empty scene. So this is the scene that we've been using in a lot of our demos. So we have a player and a camera that's set up to be first person. So let's add something. Something you might want to add out of an asset bundle could be an enemy. Create another capsule. down on the ground. We'll call this enemy. Give it a state machine. Do we have nav mesh? We have a nav mesh already set up in here. So let's give our guy a path. Nav mesh pathing manager. We've talked about this in other videos. And then we will just say, let's have him like move towards the player, right? So looping action. Under the looping action, we'll add a set. Oh, yeah. So navigation destination, and we'll set that. Where'd that go? That's weird. All right. We'll set that. Let's set the loop over here to have a delay of 0.2. And then we'll set the destination to be the player. And let's just give it an... Oh, let's make him annoying. We'll have a path right to the player. All right, so if we hit play, this is what happens. He's just going to come and try and stand on our head and push into us. That's kind of a mean thing to do. Okay. So, in order to actually turn this into an asset bundle, the first thing we need to do is make it into a prefab. So we'll just drag it over here. Let's get it out of our scene. And now you can see down here we can have asset bundle. Let's create a new one. So tutorial bundle. So we'll add him to the tutorial bundle. So now next time we build asset bundles, he'll be in tutorial bundle with the name enemy, which is what we called him. So let's, there's a couple of teleporters in here. Let's just duplicate this teleporter. Okay. We'll make this into a thing where when you step on it, let's see, let's call this spawner. Right, so when you step on this, so triggered action has a collision triggered when it collides with the player. Then instead of doing that, that's fine. We want to do a spawn action, right? And we're going to spawn, instead of setting this to value, we're going to set this to asset bundle on the prefab. We're going to use our tutorial bundle and we're going to say enemy, right? And then for our target position, let's create empty. Let's put him right there. Sure. We'll spawn location. Spawn action. So target. Sorry. So let's set the parent to none. We want to set the target to our spawn location. Rotation. Keep it as it is. Sure. All right. So, what is he yelling about? Nothing. Okay. So whenever we step on the spawner, it's going to pull this guy out of the asset bundle. However, we're going to have to actually load that asset bundle. So let's just do that. Let's make a new state machine here. Empty. So we'll call this manager. Turn it into a state machine. And then we'll add a load asset bundle. Set the bundle to our tutorial bundle. You can change the CRC here, so if you're downloading that from the web, it'll check that first before actually getting a new version of it. For right now, we're not going to use that. So first thing we're going to do is load that bundle, and then we're going to spawn whenever we touch this thing. The next thing we need to do is conductor. We're going to need an asset bundle service. And then we can leave all up. We need to add the bundle downloader. We'll just add the local one. And then we need to build asset bundles. So let's do that again. All right. Looks like it's done. Okay. That should be all that we need. So let's give this a try. All right. Looks like our load asset bundle action ran. So now we can come over here, step on this, and here he is. And he's coming after us. So now if we come on and step on it again, oh no, there's another one also coming after us. And if we step on it again, there's a third one. We can keep doing that. Oh, stepped on another teleporter accidentally there. Okay. So this is loading those guys out of the asset bundle. If we were to do a build, it wouldn't be included in the build. The next thing we might want to do is to trigger a scene change and add a scene to an asset bundle. So let's just save the scene as. Call it asset bundle scene. And what we can do is, so we have this empty scene here. So let's set the scene. Let's set the asset bundle for this. Now, one thing to note is you can't combine prefabs and scenes in a single asset bundle, or any sort of asset that's not a scene and a scene in an asset bundle. So we're gonna have to make a new one. So we'll call this tutorial scene. And let's make another one of these. Oops. Teleport to scene. Let's move this one over here. Okay. So on this one, instead of a spawn action, let's add a load scene from asset bundle action here. We'll set the bundle to be the tutorial scene and scene name or index. Let's do empty scene. And then next thing we need to do is build asset bundles. And now it's back. Okay. This little disk here spawns a guy, and this one teleports you to the other level. One last thing we need to do is load our new asset bundle. So we're going to just duplicate that load asset bundle action, change it to tutorial scene, and then let's give it a try. So we can come over here, we can spawn that guy, and then we can teleport to the other scene. And there's nothing in the scene to do, so that's it. So I'd just like to mention that there's a bunch of different places where you can use asset bundles. Some of the services allow you to use them, especially in Cat RPG. There's a whole lot of places. Yeah, the Quest service doesn't currently support asset bundles, but that will be coming in an update pretty soon. But a lot of the other services do, and more will be coming as time moves on. So I think that about wraps it up for asset bundles. In this video, you should have learned how to add assets to an asset bundle, build the asset bundles, set up the asset bundle service, and then use the asset bundles to either spawn something that's loaded from an asset bundle, or to teleport the player to a new scene that's been loaded from an asset bundle. I hope you found this video informative and useful. Let us know in the comments if there are any other videos or tutorials you'd like to see. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on social media for the latest videos and other news. For more information on CAT and how it can help you build and prototype games faster, please visit catgamebuilder.com. I'm Mike Handverger with Tricky Fast Studios. Thanks for watching.